Welcome back to the channel. It looks like we got a surprise update that actually nerfed the Sykov pistol as well as fixed a bunch of other stuff. We'll talk about those various things and explain that the patch notes are inaccurate, just kind of how it goes. If you enjoy the video, learn something new, please do me a favor, hit the like button. If you're brand new, looking to find your way back for more Call of Duty content, double check, make sure you are subscribed with notifications on. So here it is, Raven Software Warzone update is going live. I'm not sure if this applies to multiplayer, but you'll find out pretty quickly if it does. But pretty much what we do is we kind of take a look here. They removed the RCXD from the buy stations, the normal ones, and now they put them to the containment monitors, just so that you buy them with the advanced UAV, the Foresight, that type of stuff, just so that it's out of the box, right? So we don't have to really worry about that. I know a lot of people had issues with that when trying to buy their loadout, just out of habit. Fixed an issue causing players to unable to equip plates after activating certain kill streaks or field upgrades, which this was kind of a rarer bug, but it did happen. Containment protocol missiles will no longer land in the play area. The containment protocol missiles have had their sound reduced, thankfully, because they've had it in every match. Pretty bad concept. I get the hype and all that stuff, but to literally have it every single match gets pretty annoying if you play more than 3 matches, right? Fixed a bug causing loadout drops to block movement and projectiles after the crate collapses. So they were kind of like an invisible box that was still visible, even though it was no longer there. Kingslayer trios, the gas circle will no longer move completely outside of the play area. Well, that should have been kind of a standard. Blueprints, the SWAT Master blueprint now correctly displays the electric dismemberment icon. So it was doing the effect, but it wasn't showing it did the effect. So now let's get into some of the attachment changes. Fixed a bug with the Modern Warfare sniper scope and the variable zoom scope. Good. I put out the video explaining that they were broken. So now that that's fixed, I will probably put together a full video looking at all the optics of Cold War and Modern Warfare to compare them. And it'll be kind of like a speed run through each of the optics and show which have glint and which don't, because you really still can't trust what it says in game, especially since they've gone and changed stuff on the Cold War side without mentioning anything. So we'll go ahead and take a look at that. Fix a bug with the Modern Warfare weapon perks where they were not having their intended value. Primarily, this was sleight of hand was the big one, but overall, it's good that those things are fixed. Fixed a bug with the bullseye reticle where it sometimes caused frame crash issues. This is a lot of some people messaged me, but I don't really buy blueprints, so I didn't have that one or use that one. The Sorokin 140mm auto Sykov hipfire spread increased. All right, cool. Akimbo Sykov movement speed reduced by 5%. And then we have the 80 round drum Sykov movement speed reduced by 5%. So if you're combining the Akimbo with the 80 round, you're getting to move really slow. If you're using it in single, the ADS movement speed, so that's the strafe speed, was reduced by 7%. So it's going to feel really sluggish. When equipping the Sykov and the 140 auto and the 80 round drum, damage is reduced by 25%. This is actually false. So pretty much what you're going to see right here is I have this in single. Obviously, what I have right here is the 80 round mag. And then I also have it in the full auto form. So pretty much we've seen the damage value there. There it is. We get the chest shot. So it goes from 1066, as we can see right here, and then we go a little bit further where we actually have the damage, and it goes up to 1101, which is still a damage value of 35. And we're combining those two attachments. It's not the case. I went through, double checked it in various combinations with the 20 mag Akimbo. Akimbo is what causes this issue, and I'll go ahead and show you kind of how that changes the TTK and whether or not it's worth it to just use it in semi-auto instead of full auto, or maybe the 20 round mag still in Akimbo. We're going to go through the different variables. So here's the values for the Sykov pistol. So right here, we still have 80 round mag capabilities. It goes from 20 damage down to 17. Primarily, we're focusing on the first damage. That's kind of where it matters the most, up to that 11 meters. And then it has a damage drop off. I just wanted to test this to see if it was even viable up close. The fire rate of close is around 335. So it's kind of nothing special. Even if you put on the lightweight trigger, you're typically only going to get a little bit more. So even then, it's nothing special, even in Akimbo, just because there's better options. You might as well go with the M19 if you're going to just semi-auto it. So I don't think that's necessarily the right option. If you keep it in single, it's still going to be the normal damage value. So the TTK up close, if you have the fast TTK of 8 shots because you're getting a couple chest shots in there, it'll be 477, which is faster than most of the SMGs in terms of TTK. It's right there next to the FFAR. which I'm expecting will get another nerf as well. But we can kind of see that in single, TTK is still pretty decent. It'll be anywhere between 8 to 10 shots to kill, depending on where you shoot. And you can see the TTK isn't great if you're not hitting those upper chest and head shots to get that reduced TTK. So I would say that in single, it's still good. The mobility is going to kind of screw it up, but it does allow it to compete if you manage to get those upper chest shots. You'll just get a little bit of inconsistency if you're not all landing chest shots to get the lower 8-shot TTK. So now the nerf form, they did take off the damage by 25%. You can see it here. It goes 20 damage, 20 damage, 26, and 26. And then that drops off to 17, 17 for stomach, 22 for chest, and then 22 for head once it goes from 11 meters up to about 20 meters. This changes the shots to kill from 10 up to 13. Obviously, this only applies when we're in akimbo, so it doesn't really matter in this case. But if, let's say, we get the still best shots to kill, it'll be 307 millisecond TTK. And if it's at the slowest within that first damage drop off, it'll still be 409, which is still pretty disgusting. The hip fire may impact it where you're not going to be able to hit shots as quite as well. But this thing is still definitely broken. Even when it first came out and I was able to test it, I said if the damage values were half of the other weapons or the other pistols, it would still be broken in terms of TTK, which is what we're seeing. The damage right now is 20 instead of 33. It would need to be like even 16, 15 damage would still be pretty good. It's just going to be very slow and mobile. You're probably better off using the FFAR until that's nerfed. And then once that's nerfed, then we'll probably be switching over to SMGs, which I've kind of already talked about. So hopefully that kind of helps to clear it up. It is an akimbo where the damage drops off. If you still use it in single, whether you're using the 80 round mag and the full auto attachment, doesn't matter. It's still going to have the same damage values as it had before this update. I don't know why they messed that part up, but it is what it is. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the video, learned something new. If you did, please do me a favor, hit the like button. If you're brand new, want to find your way back, double check, make sure you subscribe with notifications on. Appreciate all the support. Thank you for watching. As always, have a great day.